Hi, I'm Jeff Russell, President and CEO of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska. I'm honored to be this year's United Way of the Midlands campaign chair, along with my wife Lisa. I've been a part of the Omaha community for about 2 years now. And when people ask me what impresses me about Omaha, the level of philanthropy is clearly at the top of the list. We're blessed with a wonderful community that generously gives back to lift up our neighbors in need. United Way of the Midlands has a long-standing history of facilitating that community-based support. In fact, the United Way has been a part of our community for more than 100 years. People have asked me why we support the United Way. For us, it comes down to the relationships and trust the organization has built over the years. When you give to United Way, your donation helps to fund more than 130 local nonprofits and direct services that create a circle of support for those in need. We all have organizations and charities we support with our time, treasure, and talent. But when there are floods in our region, when tornadoes come through town, or when one of our neighbors hits a rough patch, the United Way is usually the first call. The United Way is really the safety net for our region. They support folks in some of the hardest moments of their lives. It's why we all have an opportunity and a responsibility to help support our community's safety net. And United Way is a good steward of these dollars. The organizations supported by the United Way have been vetted by experts and community volunteers. And you can trust your contribution will be well spent, with 93 cents of every dollar going back into the community. Many of you may have been helped by a program supported by the United Way. Certainly you know someone who has. And now it's our turn to be there for the United Way. In this year's United Way campaign, our goal is to expand the base. We need to engage more companies and people throughout our region in supporting the United Way so they can continue their important work. Since the pandemic, we've seen participation in United Way campaigns all across the country decrease. And while thankfully we've been able to raise the necessary funds for this important work, we need to engage more people in funding the safety net. And in times of uncertainty, their work is even more important. You can help support this safety net and amplify the essential work to advance health and well-being, empower young people to reach their full potential, foster financial stability, and respond to urgent needs. At Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Nebraska, our mission is to champion the health and well-being of our members and the communities we serve. One way we live up to our mission is by hosting an annual corporate giving campaign for the United Way. Through the campaign, our employees come together to raise funds and give their time to support the nonprofit. It's a lot of fun for our workforce as we get together and complete fundraising activities for the cause. In some ways, I'm preaching to the choir. You're involved in the United Way by being here. But I'd encourage you to find other organizations to join the more than 400 companies throughout the community in hosting a corporate campaign for the United Way. You don't have to be a large company to run one. In fact, the 100th largest campaign in Omaha raises about $20,000. It's all of us working together and doing our part that is the secret sauce. Our goal is to have 20 new companies host corporate campaigns for the United Way this year. We're well on our way to achieving the goal, but we need your help. I hope you'll join us. It's not only good for our community, but will help to engage your teams in giving back. And as we get into the campaign season, we'll continue to focus on expanding the base by encouraging more people to give at the Bridge Builder and Tocqueville levels. Every dollar contributed makes a difference in ensuring our community members have access to healthy food, physical and mental health care, stable housing, and so much more. Together, we can continue to make a meaningful difference for our neighbors across the Omaha Council Bluffs Metro. Thank you in advance for your support of this year's United Way campaign.